So this guy on the screen, Jamaica, him and Andre Stevenson. You have speculation going around about this whole cryptocurrency and this lady complaining that this guy must have took some money or whatever. I'm not sure about the full details, but it is going crazy in relation to him. And I don't really want to know the full story, so to speak. That is not my forte. I don't care about that type of life. But these persons, the Andre Stevenson, these guy, you know, they are the ones that are always attacking the JLP members, the MPs, the Prime Minister. And to the point where, especially Andre, yeah, they have made the Prime Minister look like he's a crook, he's a thief, based on speculations, propaganda. Nothing tangible to prove to the people that the Prime Minister, the JLP members, them, do certain thing illegal or illicit. Nothing tangible. And this is the same predicaments that they are in now. And what this guy is saying that Jamaicans need to know both sides of the story before they go ahead and make all sort of assumption or spread rumors about scamming, etc. But the thing is, they themselves did not. When propagandas are spread throughout Jamaica, that things, has turned around on them. And whether they're guilty or not, that's not for me to say, is that they want, or this gentleman want to hear, one person to hear his side of the story, but they themselves never allowed it. Check out what this guy did to Pernell. This guy never hear Pernell Charles' side of the story in relation to St. Thomas and Land. We're living in a confusing, perplexing, contradicting world. I'll say, this is what he said.
Now, my attorneys are having a field day currently because when we're finished, the very draws of her back and the influencers that have taken this up and label me and Andre Stevens as scammers. Now let me clarify the Andre Stevens part. Andre Stevens and I are not in any business arrangement. Never has and never will. Right? I do not wish to disclose much things about this matter. But if you're, as an influencer, if you're going to run with a story, you must get the two sides of the story before you run out there. When you put yourself in the public, like you have done, to come at a man like me, who me know my shit is well together for 40 years, well together. It wasn't easy to balance haters and what I do. But at a time when my country is suffering, at a time when we are busy trying to help people, at a time when Uno fine to come and grab a story from a psychotic person and run with it. I'm not a medical doctor, but the actions is that of a psychotic person based on what this woman is doing. And anybody who can send a person a 25-minute voice note, something is wrong with you. And that's what this woman has done constantly. She's not blocked from my WhatsApp. I have every message recorded and everything. And I've given everything over to my attorneys. It cost me a decent penny. To make sure that I have what I believe the best attorneys to deal with this. I've also contracted an international attorney who will deal with things also on that side. As for the TikTokers, now this is where it gets sweet. For you, this is what I am going to do for you to make your life better. I didn't want to do it because I don't like courthouse. I don't like courthouse. But the fact that you guys have now decided to run with this, the first person or the first 5 persons who can find me, every TikToker, their real name. Now listen to the criteria. The TikTokers are bloggers. They end up on YouTube or they end up on Facebook or TikTok. once you find the ones who are them, put together the video and label me as the scammer, not the people who repost the video. Cause anybody can repost something with them here and say, yo, I want this man repost this. Not them, but you see, for the ones who, yeah, and also the ones who comment on under those videos and say whatever, I need their names. The TikTokers, I need their names and possibly their addresses so I can give it to my attorneys, because I've already paid for them to have a defamation lawsuit. And I'm dead serious. And I'm going to give you the office number. My office number is 876-590-2225. 876-590-2225. Send a WhatsApp. Send a WhatsApp with the TikToker or the blogger, their name, them full name. And I just want them TikTok page. The name, them TikTok page, and if you can get their address, then I have some money for you. Okay? Then I have some money for you. Then you would send your banking information once you the first 5 persons. All right? The first 5 persons who can get that information, I have some money for you. And for those of you who know that I pay good. I pay very good. All right? So that's it on that matter. Andre Stevens has nothing to do with this. I've never worked with him. I've never done any crypto business with him. He and I are not partners in anything. So as for Andre, I would suggest that him get his lawyers and also sue the persons who have put his name on this thing and talk about scammers. Yeah, man. And I promise you that today, the 14th of November, I promise you that Nigel Jones and Company, attorneys at law, will make some good money off of Uno and Marvin Edgar. I'm going to sue down to the very drawers by your back. And this is why some of you get into so much problems on TikTok, and you have men hunting on the down and trying to unalive all of Uno on live, because you take up situations, you don't do careful analysis to find out what you just take stories and run with it. I kept silent because my lawyers asked me to keep silent. Yeah? And I am not an idiot. I'm not gonna go back and forth with any of you. I am 40, gonna be 41 in January, and none of Uno can drag me through no mud. You see me? I am unstoppable. You see me? I am the most honest person you can find ever. Period. We not thief people money. Very honest. Even if I borrow money from you and it's late, yeah, go get it back. They might be late. Very late. 1 year, 2 year late. Yeah, get it back. Simone in New York, if you sing this, you can type and say, true, Marvin attack because Marvin have money for me. And a long time, about 2 years, Marvin pay my money. For those of you who know me, who will know me, especially from my group, from my private group, you can type under here, so, and tell people about me and and how transparent me is. You hear me telling you? I don't need to prove myself to nobody. And today, this video I've been waiting to do because I want to just mess up my flow of reaching the people. Anyways, I'm done with that. And before the video closes, there's a community named Left Hall. Let's get back to regular programming. The lawyers will deal with that starting Monday. There's a community in Left Hall, Westmoreland, where there's over 300 people, I understand, that are there. There are 10 mothers, and apparently there's 11 newborn babies. They need immediate assistance, I understand, with electrolytes, that thing, Pedialyte, and they need diapers, they need food. The community is called Left Hall in Westmoreland. Please jump on it. And lastly, I'll just say this little bit before we go. I've been trying to make contact with this woman to send her banking information for March, and she refused to send her banking information.
Also, Jamaica, this foreign national is literally, reaching out to the world in relation to getting more aid into Jamaica to help the people them in Jamaica. Something that the People's National Party is not doing. In fact, this foreign national came to Jamaica, and his message is, do not pay attention to the negative information that is out there in relation to the government stealing donation are trying to suffer the people them in Jamaica. These messages are spread by the PNP and the PNP supporters. This foreign national went to Jamaica and saw the truth in relation to the quest to help the people them. The only truth that is valid in this time of needs. The government mean good for the people, that the government is acting promptly for the people. And the government, everything that they do is to render aid and assistance to the people. And you have the PNP and the PNP surrogates. Only thing that they spread is misinformation, disinformation, and negativity. So the world can say, yes, the government is corrupt, the government is not rendering assistance to the people, so them pull away so we get fucked. Watch my language. And it take this foreign national to come to Jamaica and see the truth, because they're working alongside the government and see the government plight and see how they're working endlessly, night and day, just to render assistance to the people, them, the ailing people, them who got affected by Hurricane Melissa. Have a listen, Jamaica.
Tell you ways that you can continue to support the efforts here. Number one, don't take part of the negative media. There's a lot of negative media out there saying things that are not true. Everybody here is working tirelessly, day after day, pushing the aid, pushing the food, pushing the water, and working with local authorities, the JDF, the government, to be able to support the efforts. Number two is take part of the positive. Anytime you see things that are being posted, share them so other people are aware that there are still needs in Jamaica and that a response is taking place. And then a bonus one is, if you don't feel comfortable giving money to organizations, come to Jamaica and vacation in some of the resorts that are open. There are many beautiful beaches still and places where you can come, spend your money, and help the economy.